with no broke. Get down, girl.
All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. About to go live here into map number 3 of this best of 3 in the lower bracket, as we saw very interesting kind of things transpiring in the last map. A lot of dually play. Well, maybe not a lot, but one round specifically that is probably going to be a highlight for a good period here, as knife round on cash. Again, third and final map. Winner moves on in the lower bracket. Loser will go home.
Yeah, and CT side here, up for grabs. And it looks like enemy is probably going to win this knife round here, unless we see a crazy comeback. And wait a minute, Method.
Ooh.
And now
It's up to Silent once again.
right, he's got to. It's just like the gun round. It's just like guns. He's got to not allow the trade frag with the knife.
Yep.
Or the trade shank.
And you can see Anomaly and Uber trying to go shoulder to shoulder. This is a very intense knife round here, as Anomaly staying put and Uber is kind of juking. Oh, on the jump! Silent tries to get up
Don't tread on me.
to that highway box, and it's not going to work out for him. So, enemy will be able to... He used to play TF2 Stick of Spy. That's hilarious. He used to play that game a little bit here and there, but nonetheless, enemy going to pick that CT side. And once again, guys, we do want to point you guys to the attention of Esport Gaming. If you guys are interested in some real money betting, that is where you should check out. And esportgaming.com. Going live, though, into this pistol round. An enemy now, that CT side start. We'll see what they have in store for us.
Yeah, I was actually standing outside listening to their plans and such, and not too much tactical stuff from what I saw. Or they started talking quietly. I think they're suspecting that I'm assisting the other team or something.
Right.
But yeah, highly confident in Ryu, who's just the 6th guy chilling. He was, on the team prior, stepped down once they had made pro, and he has to leave. So we're gonna see if that affects.
Oh, really?
Him at all. Yeah. He's just they wanted to get the match going soon so he could be there at the start.
Right.
So I mean, Ryu, he seems like a guy that can provide some good morale and
For sure.
like maybe be the guy just to, if things are going wrong, to call the pause or something. But on to the pistol round here. 5 men strong towards the B bomb site, and they're running into a stack from the CTs. It's mainline and Anomaly just letting them have it, and that was a quick one. Oh man, did they just get slaughtered?
That was brutal. Enemy. Big frags, not even allowing them to get anywhere near the bomb site. They had a glimmer of hope there, but I saw it in the distance, but quickly snatched away was that dream, as that's pretty much the best start you could ask for here for enemy.
Yeah, I think that's like the quickest possible pistol round loss you can have.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Uber going to be tested, as they're going to try the exact same thing, but with Tech 9 armor. Boy, is that potent.
Yeah, they don't. I guess they do. A couple of them had head armor, and that really kept them alive here. But Relics, he burns the bomber, so that's 1 man down, and now they can make this a 2-on-3 while that bomb is getting planted. But they do allow it to get down, but they are making their way into the bomb site. It's going to be Toy picked up a fallen members. M4 2-on-2 here. Relics getting flanked, got down by Justin, and now it's Kusta gets the opening kill on this 1 versus 2, and now versus Silent. He's going to stick the bomb, maybe. Silent's trying to rush up on him. He could have got the defuse in, but it's not going to matter. Kusta is going to hop off the bomb and dink, or dome shot Silent there. So they get the opening kills with the Tech 9s, but just unable to hold. And the Molotov on the retake, that really changed things.
Oh, it really did, as, again, they were trying to plant to the back left site. That Molotov kills the planter, and you can see they kind of read the situation that, well, someone is sprinting back to that box right after he dies. I got a feeling that's where they're planting. So, really good read on the situation, albeit it was a pretty expensive round, but it was a force buy from the T's. Enemy just happy that they get through, and no momentum shift here as Eco again for Method.
Yeah, the percentage of wins on that second round, Tech 9 armor is really high. So it is no round to take lightly. So enemy going to be glad they made it through that, and still a lot of weapons, or a lot of investment here from the T side, and they're not going to be able to get an op out, unless they get the bomb down, and even then, it may be a glass cannon. Oh, I suppose Toy has saved up enough. And now T's still waiting to make their move, as they're pretty spread out, but majority towards the A side. Squeaky player goes down, and they don't execute out of A main right away, but a good pop flash, it's not good enough. Relics saving his teammate's life, and then some, getting the 3K for himself. And Justin all alone, looking for some economic damage, and instead, all he's going to get is a bunch of M4 bullets to the face of true flawless victory for enemy.
Yeah, good news considering, again, that that round on the second was a single player left up, so they kind of even things out like we saw in, actually, I think that was the last map.
Kusta, no hesitation, instantly, down to 0 money, I'm mopping.
Oh yeah, certainly, as the AKs come out, he wants to make that work. And they do still have a little bit of lingering money in the economy, but we'll see how this goes. They smoke to get Uber posted up towards the vents position. Fully blind, Justin peeks out wide, and he does go down. And Toy's going to try and trade. Eventually, he does so. You see Uber, he does get a lot of information. Sees at least 2 players, so they will rotate off of A. And this is a heavy, heavy rotate. Silent takes down mainline in the site. Anomaly tries to push a smoke. And this is looking very, very strong here from Method.
And enemy, if they do save these 2 weapons, they can get a decent buy-in. But it doesn't look like that is their game plan, as now they begin to run away. Are we going to see the T's go on the hunt? They don't have a lot of money to do it. An enemy just trying to save these weapons, and I think it was Uber who was pushed up in the checker area, and his teammate Mainline fell back into the bomb site. They didn't want to just like frag or die in the checker, as well as peeking A main, so Mainline falls back into the bomb site. Not a bad decision considering Uber got 1, and Mainline usually is just Mr. Consistency in those situations. He's going to guarantee you at least 1 kill. It's really one of his strengths as a player, but that's why it was quite shocking that he went down without getting anybody.
And now moving into this next one, we did see those 2 rifles making it through the round. Kusta still with that op in hand, and very dangerous player with this sniper rifle. Obviously, winning that round. They're going to have everything they want here on the Method side, and looks like we're going to see some mid-aggression. And currently, the CTs have actually left middle completely open, so as long as they recognize, that's obviously the biggest thing to note, is you play accordingly with middle open, it can definitely work out, and Kusta's actually going to be working highway. So after he rains a shot or 2 out, it would not surprise me at all if they rerouted, as Kusta maybe not the one you would like to initially challenge, but still with a little bit of main control. Actually, Silent's going to hang out there, but the rest of the team looks like they could go back towards vents.
Yeah, in Method, they take mid control, force the CTs off, and you don't have to utilize mid, but it's always good to push the CTs off of it, just creating that threat in their mind that you could be there. Now the T's working back over towards the B side, leaving 1 man lingering inside of A main. Now here comes the take. 3 enemy members already here. Mainline goes down to just 16 HP. 1 nade will bring him down. And they also have Uber inside of the bomb site as well. But it's Relics and Anomaly. Everybody chiming in here for enemy. And just like that, taking the round. That was quickly. And it looked promising for a moment. They just couldn't bring down Mainline, and then things just got chaotic.
Yeah, and Mainline actually probably the worst possible timing to jump up onto the site itself.
Yeah.
He gets caught out in that position. But again, he goes down. His team able to do the rest of the work, and that's a bad situation for Method. Yeah, they took a round, but they lose the one thereafter, hurting in the form of economy now. As we got Method and, Strebber and Ely, as he actually was typing in chat. I thought for certain that I had it right in Ellie, but he was typing in warm-up here, Ely. So I'm going to go with that. As Anomaly going to send some spam towards Squeaky Door. Alex towards Truck, and they're going to leave only Mainline at B, and this is not a bad play at all. It is going to be a retake scenario, though, as the bomb being set.
They kind of waste a Molotov on one of the plant spots. But they do have another one. They isolate the player from Forklift. 2 players actually hanging out at the quad area. Strebber looking for the flank. That's never going to come. They're hanging on beautifully, though, as Justin gets 2. Looking to respawn Mainline. As he does finish off, Justin hanging on to the back quad area. They both peek both sides simultaneously. So lit are the 2 of these members, and they both go down. And the Tech 9 round prevails once more. And whenever you get one of those rounds, and you stay alive with a lot of players, collect your fallen enemies' weapons, it's a massive boost to the economy.
Yeah, certainly, as look at the rifles that make it onto the field and how much money they have left over as well. Great news for them, and great way for them to bounce back. And, okay, So you were saying outside that Anomaly misbought those dualies.
Yes.
And then I had kind of posed the question, and I was confused because I thought that he said he did buy them on purpose. He's buying them here again. I would have to imagine that he wouldn't misbuy them 2 times in 2 maps. I think he's screwing with us.
Yeah, I was just about to say, maybe he's just messing with us.
I think that's exactly what's going on here as Anomaly. If you guys missed the last map, he got a crazy triple kill on a round where, honestly, made a huge difference. They were on an eco and taking down rifles and getting a fadeaway with those dualies. But Relic's going to get caught out top highway as he's peeking wide with that scout in hand. And now the A player down, only the B side stack left.
And if they don't prod into A any further, they're not going to have information that the bomb site is clear. And their reaction is just going to be to fall back towards B, and little do they know they're heading straight into a stack. Here they have to identify this quickly without losing the bomb, but they run right through the stack. And now we have Anomaly with these dualies.
Let's go.
I usually do a decent job not providing any bias, but I'm biased as hell right now. I want to see some crazy stuff with these dualies.
Oh, yeah, Cowboy.
Some crazy stuff with these dualies.
Oh, yeah, Cowboy status here is Anomaly as he's going to head towards the CT spawn of things. Silent is peeking towards this direction. He's trying to fire those shots in. They already know that it's going to be dualies they're looking up against. We see Toy head on out. You even see Ellie there in all chat. I am scared of the dualies. And I don't blame him, as some massive plays in the last map, but not this round. Anomaly not successful in that situation. But they do have rifles here. Once again, Kusta with the op in hand as well.
Yeah, the T side has built up a decent amount of money as well as momentum here. Now enemy to put a stop to it as they send 2 players middle. It's Uber as well as mainline. Are they going to go for the boost? No, they're just pushing Uber pretty close. And the T side on the opposite side of middle, waiting to go. They're going to bust out. Wow, they must have knew that Uber was there somehow. Mainline does get the trade onto Justin. But mid control for the T's. And we've seen previously that they don't execute with their mid control. It's not like they just commit to connector or just commit to vents. They did do that in the previous round, but could have gathered some more information. Ooh, Relic's a nice little snap onto Toy. Ely looking to fire some shots back at Relic as Relic is going to shift his position up. And now the T is still stuck at middle. And the problem is when you have everybody at middle, oh, this timing.
Wow,
what just happened? They must have been blind or something. I don't know how that just happened.
So they had it smoked off, and immediately after it dissipates, mainline was basically camping on the right side of it. It dissipates, and a beautiful sight unveiled in front of them as they are not looking that way at all. It gets 2 and then ends up with the 3rd. And with the FAMAS as well. Not too bad for him as collects the AK. Not going to have to suffer with that FAMAS anymore. And they're actually going to go for an aggressive middle play. Uber right underneath the boost. It's silent, though, to open up. It was towards A main, so it seems. Kusta going to play solo B. And this is one of the strategies you can have with your AWP. Solo B, and then the rest of the players working middle and A. If you trust your opera, which who would not trust Kusta in that position?
And it's especially safe because they still have a player pushed up at middle. Now, if the second the vents break and then Kusta would be forced to fall off of his forward position, and sacrificing some information of a position where the T's are not. So now the T's reaction is going to be to head over towards the A bomb site here. Still 2 members in the back of the site. Uber gets the first frag, and that's at middle as Ely tries to come up over the top. And he is shut down. And now the take. Coming in, Squeaky Door as well as A main. They get Anomaly down, but it's going to be Uber over the top. He loses his teammate inside of the bomb site. Kusta coming in from the CT spawn area. He is posted up, but no, Silent is going to flank him. The timing so unfortunate for Kusta. Couldn't even fire an op shot if he wanted to there. But Uber onto Silent. 1 member really low. That's going to be Strabber. Oh, the jumper! Uber! Oh, this is going to be nuts if he can clutch this. Justin versus Uber here. Uber does have a kit. Oh, Justin is going to ruin that crazy clutch. And
that would have been an ace as well. That would have been a hell of a clip, as the jumping frags at this LAN have been absolutely extraordinary.
I mean, did you see the one that Fallen got yesterday?
Was it the jumping op shot?
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but I heard it was absolutely insane.
I mean, he was at middle on Raj and just jumped up. There's no ledges, anything that he was jumped on, and it was all the way across mid. But I'll hold that thought. 5-man strong into the A main.
Oh,
These
boy.
are in the middle. But these are the kind of eco rounds I like to see, but they just got murdered.
Yeah. So 5-5 as that eco round doesn't result in a single frag for them. And like you had stated, can't blame them for going for something like that, as if you play default, probably not going to work out. Way better if you can create a chaotic environment. Pandemonium, if you will. As round 11 now live. Kusta back with that AWP. He's going to shift over towards A. Oh, and the squeaky push. He does push it on open, but a nice flashbang there as Justin doesn't want to get caught off guard. So it will force Kusta out, but if we see Justin further anymore, he will see that the door was open. That means that you gotta gather there was someone looking for some sort of aggression, but you do have 3 players on A, and this is interesting considering Kusta's over here as well. Just gonna be playing 1 player over at the B bomb site, and that's gonna be Uber. And to be fair, again, coming up with 4 kills in that last round, he's looking pretty darn strong, so I'm sure he should be able to hold in. Relics and Vents is going to be a decent crossfire, but A-side play, silent. First frag on a main line.
Yeah, main line. Going down without a kill there, and then they flush Anomaly out, force him to peek with a Molotov. It's going to have to be Kusta here. He's at the quad. He needs at least 1 more, but now he's going to get Molotov. He gets another one. Is he going to burn, though? He's down to just 8
Kusta.
Oh, my God, that's 3 for Kusta. Finally brought down by Streber. 2 on 2 here. Very important round as Uber left all alone. It's going to be Ely coming up from the connector and taking the lead 6-5. And this is the first time they've had the lead in the game.
Yeah, and on the T side, this is a fairly even map, and moving into the later stages of this first half, this eco. If we could see an eco like we saw the dualies on Inferno, that would be pretty epic, but I don't know if that's going to be the case as last eco. They tried just for a mid-bus. Looks like they're going to do similar things this time, although it's more of a passive mid-play. But they are all gathered up. Uber's going to go down first and foremost. Toy hitting shots here again. He is the stand-in. And he's been a very popular stand-in. As Relics, he's not going to get anything done either. Ely and Toy going to get that full house of frags. 3 on 1, 2 on the other.
Forgive me for this, Chad, but it looks like North Americans know how to share their toys.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Laser Jesus on point at the moment. As,
I am so sorry.
Our producer is vomiting at that currently. As we are going to be moving into round 13. Yet again with the op in his hands. And to be fair, on the last rifle round they lost, he came up big. The rest of the team, honestly, couldn't really help out. They went down a little early, and it was basically like 3 on 5, I believe. Kusta still hit some shots, but ooh, Ely will go down after taking down 2, so very effective, but a 3 on 3. Kusta switched to the M4A4, and apparently for good reason. Takes down Justin. Toy gonna be dealt with. No, not quite. Mainline just can't get a grip on that spray, and we will see a 2 on 2.
And that's quite surprising. I'm, again, shocked that mainline goes down without getting a kill in the B bomb site. So 2 on 2 Kusta, again, still wielding the rifle, and the catch is Toy trying to cross into the bomb site. That would have made it much easier for his teammate Silent had the bomb gotten planted, and he doesn't have to do it himself. But now he does retrieve the bomb. Not a good nade, as does 0 damage to him. Fakes the plant, hits the shot on the Kusta. Oh man, that was so fast. And Silent now just have to take the fight with Relics. Is Relics going to think or realize that he's picked up a rifle here? 25 seconds, plenty of time for these players to juke back and forth. They're looking for each other in the bomb site. Relics is going to get it done for enemy. And yeah, mainline, I mean, they might want to think about kind of starting to just hit that guy a little more. If he's struggling, I'm usually so impressed by mainline's consistency, which is
and I wonder maybe they're not hitting that bomb. Like we've seen the last rifle round, it was Uber there. And then the one before that, it was Kusta there. So I think they're just not necessarily, if they read he was always there, maybe like you had stated, they exploit it. That wouldn't be a bad call at all. And now he is going to be there once again. So we might see that come into play. And with the FAMAS, he is the least equipped of the bunch. He does have Anomaly with him in the vents area. Relic's actually underneath the boost in middle. We'll see how this plays out. Kusta will be the solo A player and no quick rotate anywhere near.
And they are grouping up towards the B side. They have players throwing a bit of a fake over here towards the A side, but nobody's biting from the CTs. They are rotating a player towards middle. And if they come up mid here, enemy is going to have a crossfire from the vents, as well as Relics on the opposite side. Toy gets one. Where's Ely for the trade? He does arrive, and now it's going to be mainline. In the bomb site, he's been struggling. This would be the perfect time to set it up. He's going to chuck the nade or flash in the air. Nobody's peeking just yet for the tease, though, and they should realize his position, given the Molotov. Uber and his other teammate smoked off. Mainline all alone, but how soon does mainline realize that nobody is coming into the B bomb site? It looks like quickly, but now we have Ely trying to cut off the rotate to the A bomb site. And the T's, they're just going to commit, though. Even though they saw two players rotating, they're going to go for it. Is this a mistake?
Man.
It looks like it. Kusta and Uber combining to ruin the first two players' day. But Silent returns the frag onto Kusta, down to just Silent here. He had a masterful performance on the first map of Dust 2. It hasn't been as impactful just yet. 10 seconds remaining. I don't know if he realizes this. He's going to try to get into the site now, going for the safe plant. And the moment he starts tapping that bomb, that's when enemy's going to make their move. Mainline shooting, giving away his position. Silent go for the no-scope. He gets out of the bomb site, though. And now he's going to try to play around here. He's going quite slow. Mainline's going to peek him and finish him off. And I was a little scared for enemy that when they allowed him to get out of the bomb site, that it's really a tough position to get out of when you're in a 1 versus X and they're already in your face.
Yeah, certainly. So I gave him the positioning, but couldn't get out of there in time. And we actually see Silent with Skin Arena on his ob. Take an opportunity to talk about that as we will be moving into this next round here. Last one of the first half. Trevor going to be pushed up in A main. Anomaly goes down for their aggressive peek. Relics tries to peek in and trade, but advantage to the CT side.
It is taken away by Kusta, or at least evened back out. Relics swapping position. Oh my god, is he going to try to lurk through the smoke here? Risky play, but if it works out, maybe for the round. Silent may have got a glimpse of him as he is posted up, ready for Relics to peek, and they don't see each other. I'm wondering, Relics at least didn't see him, but Silent with the frag onto Uber, still Relics, and a teammate has came in for the rotate. That's going to be mainline, so they still have good numbers inside of this A bomb site despite being down a man, but can they hold? With this crossfire, mainline peeks out, and now Relics to assist him. Justin tries to go for mainline, but Relics is there with the crossfire to assist his teammate. Silent, what a flick, and Toy burns mainline. Suddenly Kusta all alone. Do they realize he's in the bomb site? Silent versus Kusta. Oh my god, this game is insane!
Silent up over the top. What a headshot from him, and I thought we might see some sort of op battle there, but well, the CZ75 in full force. Not a lot of HP on Kusta, but the overkill headshot will get the job done. So 8-7. We couldn't have asked for a closer map number 3.
Oh, that is a hard round to lose if you're Kusta as well. Just jumps up, immediate headshot with that CZ. We are going to be back into the game quickly here. Half number 2. This, if you're just joining us, this is map number 3. And it is all tied up 1-1. Who is going to move on to face the winner of Nexus and Ace? Not sure if that match has reached a conclusion just yet.
I think Ace did win 2-0.
Oh, sad times for the Nexus, as they will have been eliminated at this point. And the T's here, not going to go for any sort of pistol round rush, as they're just biding their time, making sure no pushes come through for the CT side. And after that, bringing the bomb and 2 others over towards B. So they're going to try to sell a fake here. Kusta receives a bit of damage. Now he's going to try to burn these nades here, try to make himself seem bigger and show that more players are there than actually are. As Anomaly rushes in the bomb site, Kusta falls off, but there's only one player in B.
Yeah, and that's Toy, and he was playing at the back boxes. Usually a pretty potent position, but not able to get anything. Ely, though. Nice headshot from him, and we are going to have Relics and Uber left. Trevor takes down Kusta. They're going to get the bomb set. Relics, nice shot onto Silent. Will take one player down. And they continue, though, as Ely very close in that headshot position. Justin Similar loses his life to Relics, though. 2-on-2. Trevor trying to push in with his teammate Ely. Uber proven to be very slippery here at the back boxes. Can he get it done? He needs to find the headshots as he's not quite finding them yet. And Trevor will be able to connect, and that is going to be a critical pistol round victory for Method.
Yeah, I thought they might have been able to pull away with that. Relics as well as Uber. Unfortunately, for the enemy side, they do lose the pistol round. And that is going to be both? No, not both. So 1 pistol round each here. And Method looking to establish a good start to the half now. We just got to avoid the second pistol round with all these Tech 9s. And when it was Method who lost the first pistol round, they rushed towards B instantly with their Tech 9s and enemy. It is going to be a very quick middle play. They've left middle entirely alone for Method here, so they have to identify quickly that it is going to be an A bomb site hit.
And Ely should be able to hear them from truck here, but he goes down. Kusta with the drive-by. Justin will pose a presence, so from quad box, he's got Strebber with him as well, and it looks like they are going to clean up Anomaly. Last one alive, and he eventually will go down. So, looked like it could be devastating to begin with that Kusta drive-by, but cleaning up thereafter. We got the players left in A.
Yeah, they identified soon enough that it was a play and just hanging on to the quad box area and such. But now, a bit of an investment given enemy, but it looks like all of them are going to be rushing towards this B bomb site here. Now slowing things down. No nades from Method wounding them just yet. And look at this, right on the other side of the smoke here. If they don't check it, Silent's going to make so much money. It's actually Toy who's going to steal all the dough. Oh, Silent, I thought he was going to go for the disrespect knife and try to make even more, but doesn't get a chance. Toy with a nice 4K. And now another, or the first gun round of the second half here. And Justin, is he going to hang on to that P90?
We'll see here. And there is kind of a few players that make use of that. It's just a very positionally important weapon in that you have to play properly with it. So Justin, obviously, smart player. He's going to know exactly that. Probably going to play some sort of close range, as the fire rate is quite incredible. And actually, they're going to boost. Oh, they missed the boost. So they're not able to get him up in that shroud spot. And yeah, that's not a bad position for him, as he is pretty close to those players coming at A main. And again, if that makes the difference here, but they couldn't get that boost. And yeah, Justin goes down immediately, playing a bit of a longer distance angle. Ely will clean up one, but goes down thereafter. And this is looking like a really good A take for the T side.
And Silent and Toy doesn't look like they have any intention of giving this round up, as Toy is going to be coming from the flank. They have Silent working his way up from the connector. Spots him on a forklift, looking for the head. They both get a frag apiece. Down to a 2-on-2 now. Relics from the forklift onto Toy. Toy gets the kill. Now it's just Anomaly inside of the Squeaky. And he's going to try to flash out. Doesn't have a Molotov. They do have it smoked out. He's going to rush into the bomb site. Toy saves his teammate in time. And Anomaly, really limited options at that point. You got to just try to rush through the smoke and either go for the planter or run out the other side and try to kill the guy defending, or the diffuser, I mean.
Yeah.
Which in turn could just give him the defuse.
Exactly. So pick your poison in some regards, as he tries to make it work. But 12-7 Method. They are looking to close this out. We do see another rifle round here underway, as you have a significant loss bonus. Now, how do they take? They look to go towards A, at least from the get-go. Anomaly towards Squeaky once again, and they're going to flash over the boost as well, provide some feedback at middle. But the setup here from the CT side looking fairly strong. Justin already doing damage to Uber before they even take on out. Strebber playing towards fence. He's going to be tagged up, but doesn't matter. He uses that information to spray right back, and it's up to Anomaly. 1v3, and Toy takes him down. 13-7, 3 away here for Method.
Yeah, and Method, Strebber just abusing that smoke right there. The second that somebody started spamming him from the other side of the smoke, he returned fire and got the player shooting him, as well as another. So great for Method here. 3 rounds separating them to move on to face the winner of Nexus versus Ace. And I do have word that they are still going at it. Just had to swap out some of the computers for the Nexus side.
Right.
Silent from the checkers here.
For the misinformation.
Oh, you see, were you the one that? Oh, okay. We'll talk about it afterwards, as we have checkers being under siege here. And still Silent with this op. He's not going to use it as they're pressing him. Just going to get out of there, take the safe route, not want to lose that AWP. We do have Toy already in the bomb site. Strebber at the A side onto Uber. They're selling. Is this a fake? I don't. They must be just trying to frag out this round, or they're so desperate that they've just entirely forgotten the bomb.
Yeah, I'm not entirely certain, to be honest with you. They finally will reroute, but losing players left, right, and center. And I think a big turning point, although it is kind of later in the game. We saw when Anomaly pick your poison, he jumps out of Squeaky. That was actually a 2v4 retake that went the CT's way. So in all reality, that should have never went the CT's way. And to be able to get that done, that that could have just been the morale-breaking round for enemy.
That 4v2 should have never happened. And I was thinking they should have saved. What are the chances that you win that? You need some mistakes from your opponents.
That's a ballsy play, considering the economic standpoint.
Yeah, that was the game breaker. I mean, they still yet to recover from that. And now, after losing that clutch, they have to just rally hardcore here, as they cannot afford to lose any more rounds. As the CT's one away from that game, or tie point, I should say. So main line gets one over towards B, promptly traded out by Toy. And still the bomb in the spawn for the T side, so not going to be executing anytime soon. Kusta, as well as a teammate, trying to work out from the Squeaky. But on the other side, they have Justin and Streber lying in wait. So they're going to stay silent inside of Squeaky and bring their other players over here. And this is very nice by them to stay silent, because if they make any noise, we might see a rotate coming in from the CT sides. But as it stands now, the silence has provided them with a 4-on-2 in the A bomb site.
And here we go. Looks like the take about to go underway. Smoking towards forklift there. First player, Streber, standing strong towards fence. He was forced to peek out, as that Molotov would have killed him otherwise, and might as well try and get some damage dealt as well. Toy close on the scene. He's got Justin with him as well. Toys take down Uber, as well as Kusta. Relic's last one up. 1v2. Goes for the bait plant. Takes down Ely. What a shot from him, as Justin close to the site. And Justin will finish it off. 15-7, as it's been all CT side rounds since Method came onto this side. And again, we hate to go back to that 2v4, but after that, the minds of the T side, well, they could be their worst enemy.
Oh, God.
I had to.
Okay.
I had
to.
Oh. If you're allowed to make them, I gotta throw in one as well every once in a while.
I've recovered from my cringe here. T side potentially their last chance. They're trying to hit the A bomb site once more. The counter nades from the CTs have been really on point though, and they haven't been able to drop. Streber in the back of quad for quite some time here. Justin bringing it to him here. Ellie as well. And now Streber and Justin hanging onto the bomb site strong. Anomaly and mainline, last two players up to try to save the day. They do get the first frag. They need a beautiful clutch here between these two players. And there's still so many CTs.
Yeah, and they're not moving a muscle. Nice nade actually from mainline, as they actually knew that he was there, but he wasn't peeking actively. Silent going to be holding a nice angle from Z Connector. Mainline will be peeking from the catwalk. Nice headshot from him.
That was dirty.
Very, very nice, says still, though, Streber alive and well at quad. He does take down mainline. Can he finish the match here and now? Anomaly still inside of the bomb site. He goes for the peek, takes him down. Toy versus Anomaly. Are they going to be able to close it out? Anomaly very low, but Anomaly will collect the frag. And 15-8, they keep their hopes alive.
It's always interesting watching how two players will duke it out when both of the players miss their first opening headshot, and then it's like, do I go for the spray, or do I slow things down and just try to tap, at which your opponent then could just get a lucky spray onto you. And it was Enemy who did prevail that round, down to a 1 versus 1. Very close, still got to win one more to break the economy of the CT side. And there's going to be a ton of gun rounds for the CT side to just put this one away. Now Enemy going to be fighting for overtime. Look at this, though. Over at the A side, Squeaky, mainline gets the opening kill. Is he going to expect Justin to be here? Mainline.
What a play.
Cerebral. Just aware that a player could be there. I wouldn't have expected it, but Ellie, as well as Silent, they even the numbers back out as the T's enter.
And Ely still in a quad. It's Silent and Ely. Now Relic's 1v3 to again keep this match underway, but Toy will finish it off. 16-8. Method will move on.
Oh, I thought we might have saw an Enemy come back just for a moment. But unfortunately, after that 2v4 loss for our Enemy side, they just weren't able to recover from there. And they kept hitting the A bomb site. I'm not sure what spooked them off of B, but Streber and Justin were playing counter nades very well and even utilizing the T's nades against them. That was part of their downfall.
Yep, and again, that will be it. Method, it was a close one. Honestly, we've had a lot of 2-0s, so to see that 3-mapper, that was fantastic, and again, a very exciting one. So, guys, we're not done yet. That was a lower bracket match. We are going to be moving on, but we'll take a short break in the meantime, so stay tuned here. WinOut LAN on Azubu.
But my body